C'est comme quand on est dans un rêve en fait. Quand on est dans un rêve, on se pose pas la question de savoir si on est en train de rêver ou pas. On est dans la puissance du moment qui fait que ça nous dépasse complètement. L'apnée, ça a été un matin, je me suis réellement réveillé en me disant je dois absolument faire de l'apnée. Et dès la première descente, immédiatement j'ai compris que...
This documentary does such a great job of capturing the peace and tranquility of freediving. I love the way the film cuts between footage of him in the water and city life. It was such a nice contrast, and everything was edited together really well. The music and sound design were spot on. They were really good at knowing where to put music and where to leave everything in complete silence. It was so effective, and it really spoke well to the title. Overall, this was just such a beautiful documentary.
Absolutely haunting and evocative filmmaking. It really captured that feeling of the world just disappearing and retreating to a safe place. The stimuli fading in this deprivation and weightlessness, which made for a great juxtaposition between the underwater and the everyday life, hustle and bustle, traffic and sounds. It just made for some very visceral filmmaking, an immersive experience for the viewer, and I would attribute that to just great directorial vision, and the elements of pacing and sound design were spot on with the vision and with both the underwater and on land opposition.
This film was so well done. I've never been deep sea diving, but I have been underwater before. And I think most people who have been underwater can really speak to, there is this sense of calmness and quiet and intensity that you feel when you're underwater. It's like, it's such a different experience. It's disorienting almost. And it kind of just forces your mind to quiet. And I feel like this film was able to depict that, but also have the audience feel it. And I feel like that was done through the sound, the lack of sound. I feel like the audio really, really played a big part in this. And yeah, just really captured how serene and peaceful the water can be, but also intense and powerful and something so much bigger than ourselves. So I thought this film was very poetic in a way, and a really great like immersive experience for the audience. Great job.
Silence was definitely a breathtaking venture, no pun intended. The visuals were absolutely phenomenal, and I think that's very important for this kind of documentary, for us to see what it's like to go deep diving like that, just so that we can get to see what his world is like. And for what I saw, it was absolutely beautiful, and I definitely enjoyed myself watching this.
I really, really loved this. The footage that he was able to get and use for this was incredible, so beautiful, and really I think captured and leveraged that point that he made about silence, and that is really the goal a lot of the time when you're freediving. And I thought the way that he used the camera and audio and everything, especially when he was freediving in nature as opposed to like training in the pool, was really really beautiful. And then as he was kind of talking about what the ultimate goals are of like no movement, going with the water, going with the current and everything like that, and then seeing him actually do those things and try and practice those things was really, really beautiful, because there a lot of the time I feel like conceptually you can understand what somebody is saying, but it's another thing to really see somebody do it, especially in that kind of atmosphere, and how much effort it takes not to move and to just like really fully release and everything while you're freediving and you're, you know, obviously submerged in water. So I thought it was beautiful. I thought it really highlighted freediving in a really like spiritual, serene, connected way that I thought was lovely.
The underwater scenes are very well photographed, and it is a testimony to the human ability to endure that Adryen and others can go to such depths and see such wonders.
This film was so cool. I had known about freediving before, but I've never actually done it. But it just looks like it would be so amazingly serene. I loved the way that they handled this, how they were filming all around France. They did a little bit of a special effect there where they were speeding things up as you were going through the city streets. And that was in direct opposition of what it was like when he went freediving, where you just have this beautiful stillness and everything. I also really liked the cut that they, not cut, extreme close-up that they did for the interview. I thought that that angle was really interesting. It made it so incredibly intimate, and I enjoyed that. Great job with this.